Oh, Mary, shout for joy. Oh, Mary, shout for joy.
Mary had a baby.
Shout for joy.
Born in a stable.
Shout for joy.
They laid him in a manger.
Shout for joy.
And she named him Jesus.
Shout for joy. Oh, Mary, 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 shout for joy.
Bind the brokenhearted.
Shout for joy.
Tell it to the prisoner.
Shout for joy.
Bring the oil of gladness.
Shout for joy.
And take away the mourning.
Shout for joy.
Whoa.
Oh, Mary, shout
Shout for joy.
Oh, Mary, shout
Shout for joy.
Oh, Mary, shout
Come on, sing it.
Oh, Mary, shout for joy.
Now tell it from the mountain.
Shout for joy.
And shout it from the hilltop.
Shout for joy.
God is bringing justice.
Shout for joy.
And he's changing situations.
Shout for joy.
Whoa.
Oh, Mary, shout
Shout for joy.
Oh, Mary,
Shout for joy.
Oh, Mary,
Come on and shout for joy.
Oh, Mary.
Good evening. Woo.
Hello, United Methodist Women. Woo. Yvette, what did I say?
I think you said hello, United Methodist Women.
Oh, maybe I should
Try
say
it
it
again.
again.
Try that again. Try that again.
Hello, United Methodist Women. There we go. There we go. Perfect.
Okay. All
Welcome
right.
back to the hillside.
Guys, you won't believe it, but we've been keeping up with the conversation around assembly online.
Yep.
Hey, let's take a look at what some people are saying around the country about us right here in Louisville.
What do we got?
Oh, wow. I think that's our CEO, Harriet Jane Olsen. What is she talking about? Oh my goodness, her favorite thing, woohoo! She is, oh my goodness, the Limitless Women hanging on the banner here in Louisville, Kentucky. Thank you,
Give it
Limitless.
up, Limitless. The General Board of Global Ministries has tagged John Jay, a young adult. She has said, from my distinct homeland of Liberia, West Africa, to the Pacific Northwest Conference.
Meghan, isn't that your conference?
My conference.
All right.
All right, where I currently serve as a missionary at the Tacoma Community House, by the way.
I think
I've
that's ours.
encountered women from all over the connection here in Louisville, all in the spirit of making it happen.
Woo woo! All right, our great friends in Tennessee, the Scarab Bennett Center, with United Methodist Women marching for economic and racial justice here in Louisville. Hey, Meghan, I think that's my hat.
And you sure look good in that hat,
Woo, I
Harriet.
love that hat. Wasn't that awesome?
Give that.
I love it. All right, this right here, the Mahina movement at practice. This is a shout out to our Vice President, Tupou, your ladies from Tongan, sending blessings out to the Pacific Islanders. Much love, Mahina movement.
Yeah. Is this us marching earlier today? Marching in action? Marching with thousands of women for economic justice.
Woo woo! All right. Okay, now I can unfortunately speak about this one. Accessibility icon. United Methodist Women are moving forward with the icon at Assembly 2014. Check it out, but Meghan,
Yeah.
I think we do a little thing called Mission U.
Yeah, is it coming up in Mission U?
I think this is one of our studies.
All right.
All right, we're ready.
United Methodist Collegiate Ministry, preaching from Fearless Bridgette. Wasn't
Woo.
she here a little bit later?
Woo! I think
Friday?
she was our Bible study leader on Friday
I
night.
think she did a pretty good job. What'd
Yes.
you talk about?
Holy disruption.
Holy disruption.
Who remembers that? Woo!
Yeah.
Wow, Lisa Beth White, be open to God and ask yourself, what do you hunger and thirst for? Remember that? What do you hunger and thirst for? Hashtag Assembly 2014, justice,
Peace.
and grace for all UMC.
Amen.
Woo!
Looks like Katie Matthews said, my workshops left me in tears
Woo.
of joy because I was so connected to them. I felt so inspired and free to be me. So thank you. Assembly 214. Thank you, Katie. That was beautiful.
Wow, we got a tweet from Dalton Rushing. Clearly, he says, remember, he says, I follow a whole bunch of United Methodist Women. At the Assembly 2014, tweets are piling up, which they are, And I am better for it at UMC, at United Methodist Women.
I'm better for
Thanks,
it.
Dalton.
Woo! Love the social media. Keep it up, ladies. Keep it up.
Yes.
So we've done a lot this weekend.
We have.
We've seen hunger on the hillside, and we are organizing for the feast. But as you know, we still have more work to do. Tonight, we are going to take a look at how United Methodist Women share our gifts with women, children, and youth from around the world.
Okay.
Let's hear our first story.
Okay, let's do that.
In 1888, people traveled from across the world in search of a better life. Already traumatized by famine, religious prejudice, and socioeconomic disparities in their home countries, they arrived on shore of New York, only to be met by a rather unaccommodating U.S. public. The dreams of what they hoped to find in America quickly dissolved. As they shuffled through a maze of lines on Ellis Island, medical officers would single out anyone who was not an example of perfect health and submit them to further medical scrutiny. Many young single women arrived with no money, food, or a place to stay. They were easy victims for unsavory characters. Alma Matthews decided to do something about it. The women that Alma encountered were brought to a mission house, given a warm bed and a good meal. Alma Matthews provided hospitality to women looking for a better life. Today, the Alma Matthews House continues her legacy by providing hospitality for visitors from nonprofit organizations seeking to make the world a better place.
Wow, was that not awesome? Nearly 100 years later, United Methodist Women members are still following in the footsteps of awesome women like Alma Matthews, witnessing firsthand the injustices suffered by farm workers. Some passionate women led a campaign that demanded justice, better wages, and basic human rights for those putting food on our table.
For decades, the fields have been mired in abuse. Sub-poverty wages, verbal, physical violence, sexual violence, in extreme cases, modern-day slavery.
Los abusos pasaban constantemente, entonces básicamente los trabajadores cuando hacíamos un reporte, al otro día éramos despedidos del trabajo.
¿Dónde está la gente de fe?
20 years ago, Florida farm workers organized and created the Coalition of Immokalee Workers, a grassroots human rights organization promoting systemic change in the farm industry.
No more slaves!
And almost from the beginning, United Methodist Women members asked, how can we stand with you?
To hear their story and to hear the mistreatment that has gone on, this is right in line with United Methodist Women and wanting to have a better life for everybody in the world.
United Methodist Women members joined boycotts, protests, and marches, culminating in one of the most successful labor actions in U.S. history.
Las mujeres que están ahí siempre están luchando con nosotros hombro a hombro para poder ayudarnos a mejorar las condiciones en la labor.
Now, 12 corporations have signed on to the Fair Food Program, vowing to buy only from farmers, promising more humane treatment for workers in the fields. This means everything from providing shade and water to safeguards from abuse. And the companies agree to pay 1 extra penny a pound to improve wages. But the fight isn't over.
Faith, hope, and love
in action. This is the action. This is the action that it takes to get these things done.
That's what we're called to do by Jesus. That's what we're called to do by the church. That's what we're called to do in our very lives.
Less than 2 months ago, the Fair Food campaign traveled across the country, and UMW members were there, urging Wendy's and Publix to join the agreement.
In the last few years, the participation of United Methodist Women has become incredibly special. It was just 1 year ago that when farm workers from Immokalee said we want to march 200 miles to Publix headquarters, United Methodist Women said we'll be there. And we want to be there on International Women's Day with a statement from Harriet Jane Olsen to say, we are with you. It was just 1 week after that 140 United Methodist women from the Southwest District alone came down to Immokalee and said, we want to see the conditions, we want to see the changes, we want to see the power of this program.
Last summer at Mission U, the farm workers shared an exhibit depicting harsh working conditions that have resulted in prosecution of some growers for forced labor. That motivated nearly 60 United Methodist women to join a protest at Publix in Lakeland, Florida. Even though it has a reputation as a community-minded corporation, Publix has yet to sign the agreement.
We are the people!
I have never felt so passionate about something, and I went on Facebook and changed all my pictures to signs that were some of the posting signs.
It's very important that we do something, that we don't just organize, have meetings, but that we're actually doing something for what we stand for.
Wendy's, escucha!
And saying to a company like Wendy's, this is really a penny a pound, and how much more fair that would be to the person picking the tomatoes.
Our purpose is to be a mission for women, children, and youth. That's just not written. That's just not a piece of paper. That there is action and movement and care behind that statement.
I bring you greetings from United Methodist Women. It's a way for them to participate and to make a difference in the lives of a lot of people. This makes it worthwhile. There has been progress.
One person's hands can't tear a prison down. 2 people's hands can't tear a prison down. But if 2 and 2 and 50 make 1,000,000, we'll see that day come round. And we are.
These United Methodist women are an inspiration to all of us. Here to inspire us through their musical gifts is the Mahina movement, a New York City-based performance ensemble who combine poetry and song for justice and peace. Tonight, they are joined by a powerful female artist from Chicago, Illinois, Tere. Please give a warm welcome to the Mahina movement.
Together. together. Mahina movement. That cyclical movement of having life, living life, giving life, afterlife. Mahina is our birth, and it is our rebirth.
We are sons, daughters, men, women, trans,
heads, daughters of the islands,
of these islands, of this island, and we feel the spirit every day,
guiding us through endings for the new beginnings.
And we are not afraid. You are not afraid. He is not afraid. She is not afraid.
To explore new horizons,
recognize those rotations, so the revolutions can keep on coming.
You are who you've been waiting for.
You are who you've been waiting for.
You are who you've been waiting for. You are who you've been waiting for. You are who you've been waiting for. Right there. You are who you've been waiting for. You are who you've been waiting for. I never deal with the devil. I only live in this hell and keep it burning like there's fuel in the shuttle. Caught up on common ground, brought up on the boom bap, illuminated by the moonlight. Another story from the inner sections. I've been a spiritual beginner, but now I'm in a profound mind state. Amber alert, I'm trying to find fate, revolutionize, tantalize faith. I never questioned what my elders told me, nor forever scribed like a welder's art. I give praise to the sunrise, grieve when the night falls, bathe in the sunshine, see when my sight's gone. Never fear, my soul's ever clear, like I'm back at you if I take it back to you, and I forever forward, constant with the program, so hold hands like a slow jam. You are who you've been waiting for. Join me. You are who you've been waiting for. You are right there.
You are who you've been waiting for.
You are who you've been waiting for. I knew my time would come. Can't nobody stop me now. I'm focused. Go ahead, wipe me down. I'm so in it. Born in the hood with no limits. Strong when I'm giving a can of that spinach. Something like a Popeye, more like a rebel though. Open your heart and I'ma show you like a telescope. Now breathe in when I exhale the culture. Jovial soul, but elevated to the most. I retain knowledge like a deity, a goddess. Soul power stacking like it's creatine and rhyming. Yo, I never let up. Got my armor, that's the fresh get up. God's got me set up even when I'm fed up. Wind to my back, showing love to Mother Gaia. I need the struggle to survive. Wind to my back, showing love to Mother Gaia. I need the struggle to survive. Vibe. You are who you've been waiting for. You are who you've been waiting for. You are who you've been waiting for. You are who you've been waiting for.
What's up, Kentucky?
Yeah. You are who you've been waiting for. Right there, ladies. Yeah. I'm gonna get my move on. Everybody's getting their groove on. Oh, just look at you. Flowing to the left side, hey. Keep going to the left side, hey. I'll move them shoes. North to south, open your mouth. If you see a little something that you ain't about, domestic violence, make no pretense. Women, if you need to, use self-defense. I'm gonna clap my hands to this. All the people in the world better stand for this. Women are beautiful, powerful, strong, so don't put your hands where they don't belong. Hey, hey.
All right, you're gonna sing along
Hey,
with us.
hey, 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 hey.
You got that?
Hey, 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 hey. Throw your hands in the air if you really care about ending violence against women. Them everywhere. Hey, hey. Everybody getting their groove on, or just look at you. Well, I'm gonna stomp my feet to this. All the people in the room get complete with this. Women are beautiful, powerful, strong. So don't put your hands where they don't belong. Hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Throw your hands in the air if you really care about any violence against women everywhere. Hey, hey.
Much love to the Immokalee workers.
Woo! Awesome! Awesome! All right now. Woo! Don't worry, you're going to hear from them again. Were they not fantastic? Oh my gosh, oh my goodness, are we in for a treat tonight? But before we do, we have a story to share with you about a vision from a long, long time ago.
In 1869, Methodist missionaries and their wives had returned home from India. While there, missionary wives had been stunned to learn that it was deemed inappropriate for the native women to be seen by a male doctor. At the time, males dominated the medical profession. When a group of 8 Methodist Episcopal women heard this, they were in disbelief and knew they had to do something about it. On a dark and stormy night, they gathered to figure out what to do. It was decided they would send a woman doctor to India. With faith and determination, they wrote to women all across the United States, informing them of their plan and asking for their assistance. In a short amount of time, they had raised enough money to send the first female missionary to India. These women sent out the first female missionaries. Today, United Methodist Women continue their legacy by supporting over 300 mission projects all around the world.
Now, isn't that amazing? United Methodist Women have been making it happen since 1869. Is this true, or am I making this up? Is this true? Okay, then turn to your neighbor and say, yes, we are superheroes. All right, thank you. Good evening. My name is Donna Akuamoah, and I am one of the executives for International Ministries of United Methodist Women's National Office.
And my name is Shannon Trilli. I'm the Director of Global Health for the United Methodist Committee on Relief, UMCOR.
And we are so excited to be here today to introduce a new partnership between United Methodist Women and UMCOR. And I'll give you a hint. You heard Hillary Clinton mention it this morning. It is, drum roll, the Maternal Health Initiative, and we call it Abundant Health for Women and Children. Doesn't that sound exciting? Okay, so I will start with a little bit of our history. Now, just like Hillary said, in 1869, our foremothers chose to act to improve the lives of women and children in Asia. What did they do? We chose to send missionaries. We chose to build hospitals and clinics. We chose to train local women and girls to serve as healthcare workers. But we didn't stop then. This commitment continues today as you United Methodist Women fund hospitals, clinics, healthcare workers, and as we continue to advocate for healthcare reform.
Thank you. UMCOR, your partner in this, is historically known as a disaster relief organization, but we also have evolved in our 75 years of history to address issues such as disaster risk reduction, long-term recovery efforts, such as our current work in Philippines with Typhoon Haiyan, and my favorite sector of our work, finding community-based solutions to the root causes of poverty, and in our case tonight, health. Like UMW, UMCOR has focused its efforts on an integrated approach to maternal and child health, assisting children and their mothers to do more than survive, but to thrive. Most recently, UMCOR has collaborated with our United Methodist churches in Africa to implement the programs supported through our denomination's Imagine No Malaria and Global Health Initiative efforts. These programs have proven over and over that we can transform and improve lives. We believe that abundant health is possible for all.
But despite these efforts and gains, the number of women and children dying around the world every year remain unacceptably high. Just like Hillary told us this morning, I'm going to mention two statistics. One, did you know that every single day, 19,000 children die from preventable causes, such as pneumonia, diarrhea, the lack of safe water, malnutrition, and malaria? Isn't that tragic? 19,000 children every 24 hours. That is unacceptable. And here's another statistic. Did you know that just like Hillary, I'm mentioning Hillary a lot because she really hit the points. Nearly 300,000 women will die this year during pregnancy and childbirth. Why will they die? Because they lack access to a proper health facility or a healthcare worker, or because they do not have a say. They don't get a say in their own reproductive health.
Donna and I want to call your attention to an emerging partnership between UMW and UMCOR that builds on both of our organizations' histories to improve and treasure women and children's lives. We call this partnership Abundant Health for Women and Children to honor the spirit of the promise in John 10:10. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. Together, we will work to fulfill a promise of abundant health to all of our sisters around the world. Please take a look at this video to see some of the projects that we are supporting now.
The United Methodist Committee on Relief and United Methodist Women are working together to achieve abundant life through maternal and child health programs.
And I'm so excited about this new journey that United Methodist Women and UMCOR are beginning here today. A journey that leads toward abundant health for women and children all around the world. A journey in which we're seeking the leading causes of life for women and children.
Our agreement to work together includes focus on family planning, safe water, hygiene, and sanitation, nutrition and breastfeeding, eliminating the acceptance in cultures both here and around the world of sexual and gender-based violence, and safe childbirth.
In India, through the Comprehensive Rural Health Project in Jamkhed, trained community health workers live and work within local communities to stand ready to respond to the warning signs of complicated pregnancies. Jamkhed empowers women by establishing community health volunteers as qualified health workers, providing skilled, safe, and sanitary care which help reduce maternal and child deaths. These health workers work through an integrated approach to health which addresses such aspects as education and awareness, economic empowerment, and the elimination of sexual and gender-based violence. The Nenwa Child Survival Project, working in collaboration with the Gonsa United Methodist Hospital, is changing lives and changing futures by building wells. Nenwa has reduced child mortality by 60% through community-based primary health programs by promoting leading factors of abundant health like exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months of life and improved access to clean water. Acción Médica Cristiana in Nicaragua builds community and feeds families through a holistic approach to wellness. This project works to uplift the community not only through the training of midwives, but also through a women's cow bank with education in animal husbandry. This sustainable agricultural program leverages organized model farms that empower women farmers to raise cows that provide milk and cheese and better nutrition for their children. In East Prairie, Missouri, Susanna Wesley's Family Learning Center has been building healthy families through its domestic and sexual violence programs. Women and children who are survivors of domestic violence find a safe, nurturing haven called a home away from home. Through housing, education programs, and legal help, Susanna Wesley's Learning Center is changing lives and changing futures.
We can improve the outcomes for women and children around the world. UMCOR and United Methodist Women working together to make it happen.
Isn't that amazing? I think you can clap for yourselves one more time because your mission given is funding those projects. Thank you. Thank you. Now, these are just a few, these projects are just a few of the many powerful ways we are acting to improve women and children's lives. For this new initiative, UMCOR and UMW, we plan to work together on the following 5 areas that have been proven to make a difference. 1, nutrition and breastfeeding. 2, safe motherhood. 3, safe childbirthing. 4, safe water and sanitation. And 5, the elimination of sexual and gender-based violence. So how can you get involved? I have 3 ways. 1, we want you to share what you heard here today. Tell somebody about this and help us raise awareness. 2, help us identify more programs like what you saw in the video that promotes an abundantly healthy and whole life. 3, we will also begin a year-long consultation because we want to get your input as to how United Methodist Women want to join with UMCOR to promote women's health and wholeness. Now, we know the importance of working together. Like our foremothers, we know that we can do much more when we are together than when we are alone.
Yes. It's okay, it's all right. Will the voices of the thousands of community health workers in places like India, Liberia, Nicaragua, and Missouri be heard? calling for basic conditions such as safe water and sanitation and access to nutritious food for their families. Where will there be safe places to give birth? As our colleagues at the General Board of Church and Society are challenging us through the Healthy Families, Healthy Planet initiative, what would the church look like if women and girls were seen as children of God of sacred worth? What would you do? We, together, can help mothers and children to thrive. Donna and I know that you will join us to raise awareness and support for this joint UMW-UMCOR initiative, Abundant Health for Women and Children.
Now, just like we said, in 1869, 6 women made a difference that has impacted millions. How will we be known in history? What difference will we make? Will we be the women who act to ensure that all have access to health care? Well, half of the 2014 Assembly offering will go towards maternal health. We hope that you, like our foremothers, will share your gifts with mothers, daughters, and granddaughters around the world. Together, what can we do? We can do what?
Make it happen.
Again, what can we do?
Make it happen.
Amen. Speaking of working together, let's learn about some courageous women that did just that.
The story you are about to hear is true. The names have not been changed to protect the courageous. It began as any other day in my law office until a group of concerned women walked through my front door. They told me that they were the board of directors from the Women's Division of Christian Service, and they were troubled by some of the problems across the country. They wanted to hire me to investigate some injustice. Children went to separate schools based on the color of their skin. They needed facts. From the overwhelming evidence, the Women's Division and I decided to publish the facts in a book, State Laws on Race and Color, in 1951. Little did we know the impact of our work. Our book was influential in the landmark case, Brown versus the Board of Education. The Supreme Court ruled that segregated education was inherently unequal. Pauli Murray and the Women's Division worked together to advocate for justice. Today, United Methodist Women continue their legacy by advocating for laws and policies that promote equality and justice within the United States and around the world.
Wow. What an amazing story of women working together to change the country. In Cleveland, Ohio, the Westside Community House, a national mission institution, works every day to make Cleveland a better place to be. 125 years ago, on April 21st, 1890, a group of committed women came together to found Westside Community House. These women were Methodist Episcopal deaconesses, and our name at that time was the Methodist Deaconess Home of Cleveland. A diary written by one of our longtime head deaconesses, Miss Wilmot, documents the early days and the women's heroic efforts to help poor immigrant families adjust to urban life in a large American city. The need was overwhelming and the resources were insufficient, but these dedicated women gave all that they had and more to fulfill their mission. Today, while the population we serve has changed, the needs of our Cleveland neighbors remain very much the same in many ways. Westside Community House is still run by women. We are a United Methodist National Mission institution and the only one in Northeast Ohio. The need continues to be overwhelming, and funding is never sufficient. However, like the deaconesses of so long ago, we persevere, and our dedicated staff works hard every day to meet our mission to transform lives in the community each day at Westside Community House in Cleveland, Ohio. Our long and supportive relationship with United Methodist Women is one of the reasons we are still going strong over 124 years. Beginning with the Women's Home Missionary Society, some of you may remember, United Methodist Women have served on our board and as volunteers for our programs and events, donated in-kind gifts, and made regular financial contributions. But I'm here tonight to tell you the story of how United Methodist Women cultivated and nurtured our Sisterhood program. The idea for Westside Community House's Sisterhood program grew out of a need identified by the parents of our 10 to 12-year-old girls aging out of daycare. Parents were concerned about their daughters being left unsupervised during after-school hours. At the same time, we received an RFP for a Call to Prayer and Self-Denial 2008 Learning for a Lifetime grant. We applied and were awarded $12,500 to start the program. We staffed it with 2 master's level field placement students from Case Western Reserve University, and we invited retired school teacher and former Westside Community House board member and United Methodist woman, Lil Tally, who's here tonight in the back, to help us develop the parameters for the program and a basic curriculum. Thank you, Lil. That first year, we brought in a lot of friends to conduct, that's what we do, to conduct presentations and workshops with the girls. One of these friends, United Methodist woman Dr. Maggie Jackson, was a featured speaker. And she talked to our girls about Africa University and what life was like for students living there. Women from East Ohio Conference, North Coast District, UMW units, and the conference came to conduct workshops ranging from etiquette to service learning. The program became very popular, and our graduate students were leaving, so we took a giant leap of faith, and without any sustaining funding, decided to hire a full-time staff member to conduct the program. In 2010, we hired Youth Services Director Allison McLean. You might notice the girls love her. And under her direction, Sisterhood reached new heights. She changed the summer format, Summer of Sisterhood, to emphasize the arts and creative expression. And today, both School Year Sisterhood and Summer of Sisterhood have long waiting lists. United Methodist Women National have funded our Learning Lab and an overnight science trip to Cuyahoga Valley National Park, as well as Project Poise to purchase equipment for our girls to make presentations and performances, Our North Coast District UMW units continue to make contributions to support Sisterhood, and we thank the Western Reserve District UMW for joining their sisters in support of this wonderful program that has helped to shape the lives of hundreds of Cleveland girls. In short, thank you, United Methodist Women, for making Sisterhood the program that it is today. This performance is for you.
Trying to assign the blame. I wish we could all just get along. I wish the broken heart would know peace. I wish we could all sing a song together. And I wish we could all just get along. I wish the broken heart would know peace. I wish we could all sing a song together. I am the change that I want to see. I'll make a difference as the change begins in me. I am the change that I want to see. I'll make a difference as change begins in me. I wish we could all just get along. I wish the broken heart would know peace. I wish we could all sing a song together. And I wish we could all just get along. I wish the broken heart would know peace. I wish we could all sing a song together. I wish we could all just get along. I wish the broken heart would know peace. I wish we could all sing a song together. And I wish we could all just get along. I wish the broken heart would know peace. I wish we could all sing a song together.
That was pretty amazing, right? Right? All right. United Methodist Women and the National Mission Institutions partner together to share gifts with their communities every day. We've been blessed by the musical gifts of these amazing young ladies. Speaking of musical gifts, let's welcome back the Mahina movement.
You are the holy lands
Let every verse be rehearsed in your tongue. Free verse, immersed in your body. This poem is for you. This poem is for us. Our bodies are like broken guitars with ripped strings, out of tune like a twisted moon, like a sun with no light, like a tide that's never come, desiccated, dry to the bone, not ever realizing what we own, like smashed pianos with bended keys, on their knees, no stand in sight, empty faces and empty rooms. Our lives are definitely not meant to be easy, baby girl. Gotta make space for our soul to live, to come alive. Where are our spaces for our soul to live? It's 2014 and dang, my looks are still considered exotic. That adjective for my face is so tired. If you don't know where I'm from by now, look it up. Travel on the web, on a boat, on a plane, in a book. Our beauty is ancient, like who we be, indigenous. Our bodies are fly like spirit, so high like soul. Our soul spaces must be created, must be built by you, by us. I choose to be a full-time artist, poet, painter, actor, poet, painter, actor, knowing that I am brown skin, slanty-eyed, white hips, knowing that I am a woman who looks like you who work in factories, clean homes, take care of other people's children, send money home, live on reservations in Utah. I look like you. I look like you who are sex workers on tropical islands, we who are the majority behind bars, you who sew my jeans for less than $1, make my iPhone for less than a dime, eat food for less than a nickel. I look like you. I look like you who built Zenith, Sony, Nike, Benetton, Coca-Cola from the bottom up. Feed 5 kids' mouths on a daily, getting a GED this fall, twist toothpaste caps, pick fruit in the fields. I look like you. I am told I do not look like a poet, painter, actor. I rub my belly and I want to have a baby someday. I can't help to think that my baby must have DNA with strength to keep him off the streets. It's twisted, not the helix, but the thought that she has to prove herself to be human, to live. It's 2014 and so many black and brown bodies are enlisted in war and prison compared to being in college and university. I don't want to think that babies have a value. I don't want to think that they have a worth compared to each other. Still millions of babies need to be fed. Still millions are black and brown babies. Still millions are of the XX chromosome, X'd out, found dead in garbage cans and toilets on the streets, not regarded as important as white babies or male babies. I can't help to think that my black body, my brown body, my girl body is one of the lucky ones, a one that is blessed, a one that is believed in, a one that is considered, a one that is still alive. I think of you and I think of what you can't and won't do, and then I think of me and what I can and will do. Sometimes it just eases the pain to think if you were in my place and I was in yours. And when I am by myself in my own room, I look in the mirror and I love what I see and feel, 'cause I can. And I'm a blessed girl, and I am the most blessed girl on the block, and I cry for me and you, 'cause I can. Meanwhile, I write this poem for you. I think of you and I write. I spend my time spitting poems, singing songs, painting pictures, thinking of you, knowing what I do is women's work too. Yes, it is women's work. Yes, it is women's work. I honor you. I respect you. I love you. Thank you.
Go tell it on the hillside, in Kentucky and everywhere. Go tell it on the hillside, our dream is still alive. Go tell them we are immigrant women, women of the world, and we're everywhere. Go tell them we are immigrant women, and our dream is still alive. And we ain't gonna stop until the last woman dies, until she can't even breathe or open her eyes. 'Cause we'll never accept the truth as lies. And if we're gonna bring the peace, we're gonna bring the light, 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 until there's no breath to breathe, no breath to speak, no sight to see, till the last heartbeat for you and me. And we won't stop standing through the break of dawn. United Methodist Women, we are strong. So go tell it on the mountain, our dream is still alive. Go tell it on the mountain, our dream is still alive. Go tell it on the mountain, our dream. United Methodist Women, we love you. We're still alive. We're still alive. From the hearts of Mahina movement, La Tere, we love you. Thank you so much for having us tonight. Thank you.
All right, all right. Awesome, awesome. Woo! Awesome, awesome, awesome. Weren't they awesome? Another round for the Mahina movement. How awesome was that? Are we not blessed, United Methodist Women?
Amen.
Woo! Awesome. Well, we have been truly blessed by your gifts, and thank you again for that awesome performance.
United Methodist Women members work together to share our gifts with the world every day. We have only seen a few here tonight, and I know there are more and more gifts that have been shared, need to be shared, and will be shared. Let's keep it up. United Methodist Women.
Woo-woo! Friends, we want to end the night with a bang. Friends, Meghan.
Yes?
I have a surprise. Are you guys ready for the surprise? All right. Please welcome, all the way from Cleveland, Ohio, the Summer of Sisterhood. Woo!
Oh,
ladies, let's not forget about the party tonight in the Cascade Ballroom. Yvette, are you going to the party? Is that your new dance move, Yvette?
Yeah.
Oh. Yvette, do you think we could be doing the Cupid Shuffle at the party a little bit later tonight?
I think we're going to do a little something Cupid Shuffle.
Yeah. All right. Ladies, please join me in the benediction.
The people were hungry, and Jesus did not send them away, and he did not feed them alone. They worked together, shared their gifts, and all were fed.
The people were hungry, and our foremothers didn't send them away, and they didn't feed them alone.
They worked together, shared their gifts, and all were fed. The people are hungry, and we won't send them away, and we can't feed them alone. Let's work together and share our gifts with the world. Amen.
esa montaña, muévete, muévete, tú le dirías a esa montaña, muévete, muévete, y la montaña se moverá, se moverá, se moverá, y la montaña se moverá, se moverá, se moverá, y la montaña se moverá, se moverá, se moverá, y la montaña se moverá, se moverá, se moverá. If you only had faith just like a little grain of mustard, this is what Jesus